Crunch bar.
Whoa.
Feastables crunch
Yeah!
bar. They say everything MrBeast touches turns to gold. But what if this time it melted? A few years ago, he claimed his Feastables chocolate was healthier than Hershey's. A bold statement from a man who'd already conquered YouTube, philanthropy, and fast food. But what started as the next big clean candy revolution soon turned into one of the most chaotic influencer brand stories ever told. Behind those shiny wrappers and viral giveaways was a mess of lawsuits, ethical scandals, and business mistakes so big, not even MrBeast could hide them. What was supposed to be a feel-good chocolate brand built on simplicity and joy slowly became a cautionary tale about greed, overhype, and burnout. So, how did one of the most hyped products on the planet, a candy bar that sold out in seconds, fall from grace almost as fast as it rose? This is the story of how MrBeast's Feastables went from gold-wrapped glory to a melting empire.
I gotta give it about chat. First impression, chat, it's a little bit bulky. And usually when it's that big, I like when it's soft like this. Messy. It's messy. No, Jimmy, this is a no. Just no. It's messy.
It's early 2022. Jimmy Donaldson, better known as MrBeast, isn't just a YouTuber anymore, he's a phenomenon. The man who turned giving away cars, houses, and islands into viral sport now has his eyes on something new: chocolate. He launches Feastables, a so-called better-for-you brand promising simple ingredients and epic prizes. The idea was brilliant, clean chocolate made with only 5 ingredients: cocoa, cane sugar, sunflower lecithin, and a sprinkle of that signature YouTuber magic. It wasn't just candy. It was lifestyle branding at its peak, guilt-free chocolate wrapped in the energy of winning. MrBeast sold it as the anti-junk food. The chocolate for hustlers, for dreamers, for fans who wanted to feel like part of his empire. And it worked. He launched it with a bang, a video titled, "I Built Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory," where every bar came with a code that could win you Teslas, jet skis, even a real-life chocolate factory. When he expanded to Australia, he literally stood in front of the Sydney Opera House promising Lamborghinis to random buyers. Just buy a bar, scan the code, and you could win.
I just launched Feastables in Australia, as you can tell by the Sydney Opera House. And to celebrate, we're going to be giving random people that buy Feastables this Lamborghini and 9 other cars.
That's a lot of cars.
Right, Laserbeam? I'm just here because I'm Australian. No joke, all you have to do, just go to your local Woolworths or any of these retailers in Australia and buy a Feastables bar. So how do I win a Lamborghini? Just scan the QR code on the back of the bar after you buy it, submit your receipt, and 1 bar purchased is 1 entry.
He said, and people listened. Within days, Feastables was flying off shelves. Walmart couldn't restock fast enough. Influencers unboxed entire cases on camera. Parents were bulk buying, kids were collecting wrappers like Pokemon cards. It wasn't just candy anymore. It was a cultural wave, the prime hydration moment of the snack world. By mid-2023, Feastables was pulling in over $250 million in revenue, more than MrBeast's own YouTube channel that same year. It had invaded over 7,000 stores worldwide. It was a marketing masterclass. But behind that sugar rush, something bitter was starting to brew. People began to notice something odd. Taste tests weren't exactly glowing. Reviewers called it chalky, dry, and mid for the price. $3 a bar and it didn't taste special. But nobody cared yet. The giveaways and hype drowned everything else out. Then came the first real crack, the cleanup controversy. In early 2023, MrBeast tweeted a photo of a messy Walmart display and wrote, "If you see Feastables in your local store, please tidy it up and send me a photo. I'll give $5,000 to random helpers." It sounded harmless, like a fun challenge, but the internet didn't see it that way. People accused him of using unpaid fans as free labor to clean his brand's shelves. It looked corporate, desperate, and weirdly dystopian, like influencer capitalism taken too far. The post went viral for all the wrong reasons, and that was just the beginning. By mid-2024, another storm hit, one that no PR team could clean up. Reports started questioning where Feastables cocoa really came from. A viral post claimed that the supply chain might include farms in West Africa connected to child labor, the same ethical nightmare that's haunted Hershey's and Nestle for years. Now, to be clear, there's no evidence that MrBeast personally knew anything about it. The company insists its suppliers are Fair Trade and Rainforest Alliance certified. But in the world of public perception, the truth doesn't always matter. Once those words child labor are attached to your brand, they never fully come off. How do you sell a wholesome kid's chocolate when people are tweeting about exploitation? The internet doesn't forgive hypocrisy, especially from someone built on doing good. Then, as if things weren't chaotic enough, Feastables found itself in yet another controversy, this time for filming a promotional video at ancient Mayan ruins in Mexico. Local officials claimed the production violated filming permits. It might sound small, but for a brand built on global positivity, it looked tone-deaf. The image of Feastables, once bright, clean, and feel-good, was suddenly covered in PR stains. By late 2024, the hype train was slowing down. Feastables wasn't collapsing, but it wasn't exploding anymore either. The giveaways were less exciting, the videos less frequent, and the public slowly realized a painful truth. The chocolate wasn't why they bought it. They bought the feeling, the hype, the hope of winning something. When that disappeared, so did the rush. Behind the scenes, things got messy. US tariffs drove up cocoa costs. Production overseas became cheaper than in America, a bad look for a brand that claimed to be made for the people. Lawsuits started stacking up. The Children's Advertising Review Unit flagged Feastables for misleading advertising, saying its taste test campaign exaggerated consumer reactions. Another lawsuit followed over one of its chocolate bar names, D's Nuts. It was clearly a joke, classic MrBeast humor. But another snack company, Des Nuts LLC, had already trademarked the name and wasn't laughing. They sued, claiming Feastables knowingly copied it to ride the meme wave. The internet found it hilarious, but legally, it wasn't a good look. Imagine running a $250 million company and getting sued over D's Nuts. By the numbers, Feastables still looked big, around $250 to $270 million in revenue by the end of 2024, but the growth curve had flattened. Stores weren't selling out instantly anymore, bars were just sitting there. TikTok mentions slowed. The once endless stream of influencers unboxing bars was drying up. The brand had grown too fast, too big, and too dependent on internet hype to sustain itself. Feastables was supposed to be about simple ingredients. But as it scaled, things got complicated, supply chains stretched thin, deadlines missed, quality control tested. Even insiders admitted the company was struggling to keep up. Retail partners were frustrated. Distribution deals were rushed. And MrBeast himself, juggling YouTube, philanthropy, and half a dozen businesses, wasn't exactly a full-time chocolate CEO. Feastables had become the textbook example of influencer overextension. Too big, too fast, too public. The brand still exists today. It's not dead, just quieter. No longer the next big thing, but not gone either. It's a functioning company, still profitable, still running, just without that spark of internet mania. But the real question is, why did it fall so fast? The answer lies in 3 words: hype without heart. People didn't buy Feastables for the chocolate. They bought it for the clout, for the prizes, for the chance to feel closer to MrBeast. It was manufactured demand, and when the giveaways stopped, so did the dopamine. Then came the ethical cracks, the fan labor controversy, the sourcing accusations, the lawsuits. Each one chipped away at the good guy image that built the brand's foundation. And finally, the fatal flaw: over-reliance on one man. When the entire identity of a company revolves around a single influencer, it stops feeling like a brand and starts feeling like a side project. Because when that influencer moves on, the fans do too, and that's exactly what happened. The same kids who hunted down Feastables bars in 2022 are now in college. They've moved on. The magic's gone. In the end, Feastables isn't just the rise and fall of a chocolate brand, it's the story of modern fame itself. MrBeast proved that digital influence can create real-world empires, turning clicks into corporations and followers into customers. But he also exposed the truth behind the creator economy. Attention is powerful, but it's fleeting. When a brand relies too heavily on personality, it stops being a business and becomes a fan club. And when the hype fades, what's left is the product stripped of its spotlight, standing on its own merit. Feastables will survive, sure, it's too profitable, too recognizable to disappear, but the cultural fire, that viral energy that once shook the internet, it's gone, and no challenge, giveaway, or video can resurrect it. In the end, Feastables stands as a reminder that in an age built on attention, only authenticity and substance can stand the test of time.